Melhoff Security and Technologies sets the standard for all your intrusion alarm systems, specializing in audio, video, surveillance, home theater, and door access needs. Call Melhoff Security, your local Secure Tech dealer, for a free consultation today.
But it was always in the back of my mind, and then one day I just decided I wanted to learn something different. And it's always nice to learn new things, and so I decided to do a search on the internet about where I could take the course. There's 3 schools in the United States that teach it, and I kind of checked out all 3 schools and chose the one that was the original school. Are they favoring one limb? Or are they planting all their weight evenly on all their limbs? We take a look at the top line, take a look at the back. It should be flat. In a dog in pain, they'll often have a roached back, it'll be arched up. In a horse, it'll be kind of a sway back. So that's the kind of things that you're going to start off with. You can start off with just a static palpation. You just, touching the dog gently or the horse gently, to see if there's any areas of tenderness, any areas where there might be a hot spot for inflammation. And you're checking for muscle tone as well. Are the muscles atrophied in one area, which would tend to lead you to believe that there's a chronic problem. So then after that, you might want to take a look at how the animal moves. So we did that with Misty when we first started working on her. We had her walking back and forth to see if there was a change in stride. Not only are you looking at how they walk in a straight line, but turn to the right, turn to the left. Is it a nice smooth motion in both directions, or are they having difficulty turning to one side or the other? Once you've taken a look at all that, then you're going to do motion palpation. So we're going to check the motion of all the joints. Okay, so if we can get Misty to stand up.
Misty, come.
Misty,
up. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Up.
Oh, come on. Then it doesn't really matter whether you start at the head and work your way down, or you start back here and work your way up. Generally, if there's a problem in this area, if it's not really severe, then I'm going to start in this area and work my way up. If it's really severe, I might start up here to let the animal know that, hey, this isn't really going to hurt you. And so then what we would do is we'll support the body of the animal, because you don't want to push on something and just have their body sag. You want to support the animal so that they're not going to have that. You're going to find your bony landmarks, in this case the pelvis, and you're just going to push on it and feel for the motion. And you're going to do it in a very specific direction to go through the plane of the joint. That way you get the nice gliding motion. And if there's a problem, it's going to feel like you're pushing against a brick wall. And if there's no problem, you get a nice springy feel. And then we'll just work our way up. We'll check the sacrum in here. You can come back in behind and check to see that the apex of the sacrum moves from side to side. And then you just work your way up the spine of the animal, just contacting the little bumps, the spinous processes, and you check to make sure that they're moving front to back or posterior anterior. And then you can also check to see if they're moving from side to side, that the spine is able to rotate. And you just work your way up there. Animals you don't treat as often as you do people. Initially, for a person that's in an acute situation or never been to a chiropractor before, you might want to see them 2 or 3 times a week. For an animal, unless it's a really severe case like a disc herniation, you're going to maybe see them once a week, once every 10 days initially, because they have more ways to adapt to problems. You're talking about a quadruped as opposed to us as bipeds. So, if we got low back pain, you can shift your weight from one leg to the other, but in their case, if they got a problem, say in the right rear, they might shift their weight more to the left front. When that becomes a problem, over to the right front, and eventually back to the left rear. And that's maybe only the time when you start to see symptoms in a dog, is when it's gone through all these adaptations to the problems and now it can't adapt any further. So a lot of times the biggest problem that I'm finding working on animals is by the time I get to see them, the problem is really chronic. It's been there for a long, long time.